Jake Marsh here on GZA Countdown to Tip-Off, now joined by Syracuse Athletic Director John WIldhack. And John, first off, how about the difference between Syracuse in December and right here in Miami?
Well, it's a little bit warmer down here, but it's been a nice fall in Syracuse, so our weather's just fine.
Absolutely, and now the first road game away from the Carrier Dome, and it's against the number 2 team in the country. When you say the words Syracuse and Kansas, what do you expect?
Well, it's we haven't played them very often. When we have, they've been memorable games. Obviously, 2003, the championship game being the most memorable. I'm sitting next to GMAC, who drained 6 threes in the first half on that game, so I still remember it. But listen, they're a great program, preeminent, ranked number 2. It's going to be a really, really great test for us today.
Syracuse and Kansas, 2 of the 17 teams left in NCAA Division I. They're both undefeated, and 2 of 5 programs that have both the men's and women's teams still undefeated. What does that say about the SC basketball program overall?
Well, what I like is both teams are off to a great start, and both are so young. So, obviously, to see the development this year so soon is very encouraging. And then to know how young both teams are and what we have in terms of the future, kids coming in, the future is really, really bright for both programs.
And you mentioned Jerry McNamara to our right, Syracuse winning the 03 national championship against Kansas. Can you speak a little bit about the history between these 2 teams?
Well, again, when we play each other, it's been great games. I mean, we beat them to go to the Final Four in '96. They came back a few years later, beat us in the second round. Then we meet in the championship game. We played in Kansas City the last time. We played a neutral site game, and we won in overtime. So when we play, you're going against a great team.
Jake Marsh, joined by Syracuse Athletic Director John WIldhack. And Mr. WIldhack, when it comes to scheduling a non-conference game in December against a high-caliber team like Kansas, what is the process like on that, especially when you have an opportunity to get a statement win come March?
Well, you're right, Jake. It's a great opportunity for us. And, this is all done in conjunction with Kip Wellman, our Director of Basketball Operations, Herm Fraser, and myself. And, this is kind of a 4-game tournament that culminates tonight in, Syracuse playing Kansas. So we like to play in these types of events. The other teams we played are good teams. And tonight we're playing a really, really good team.
And coming from an athletic director standpoint, what's it like for this team to get out of the dome, maybe a new atmosphere for the first time in 2017?
I think it's good. I think it's good for the kids. We know we're going to play half the conference games on the road, right? So, might as well get used to it. They get a sense of, being away from home, the routine on the road, the schedule, et cetera, that type of thing. So it's a good experience for them, particularly since we have such a young team, Jake.
And finally, a big alumni base of Syracuse down here in South Florida. There's more than 4,000 alums in the Miami-Fort Lauderdale market. What can you say about those who travel from the north and those that are from down here coming to tonight's game?
Well, as we always do, we'll have a great turnout of Orange faithful tonight, and we're thankful and we're grateful for their support.
John WIldhack, really appreciate the time and enjoy the game.
Thanks, Jake. You too.